around the age of 13, I'd say until 19, every single day, almost around 8 p.m., I would get a bag of Doritos chips and I would get a big cola vanille as well as a drink with a bunch of sugar every single day. And then I would turn on my computer and I would play Counter-Strike, and then Counter-Strike Go also all the time with all of my friends online and some other games every single day, trying to get to a higher level, trying to compete against all these people. And I didn't really have an insane social life. I was inside all day. I was gaming with my brother every single day until I realized one day, like, why am I actually doing this? I didn't understand it. Why am I doing this? What is the purpose of it? I'm fat. I'm still stuttering every single day. My dad, he gets angry on me all the time because I play so many games all the time. And to be honest, he was totally right, because I'm just sitting behind my computer, the one he bought. I'm living in a house that he's paying for every single month. My mom is a toilet cleaner. Why am I doing this? What is the whole point of this? I just couldn't really understand it. And then after deep thinking, and by the way, there's nobody who told me about this. I just had to figure it out by myself. It didn't make sense. It really didn't make sense, because I was gaining all these points in this game. I was becoming a better gamer. And it wasn't that, hey, I'm playing competitive or I'm streaming, I'm making money, I'm leveling up at the same time in life. None of that, because I wasn't really a great gamer, to be honest, also at the same time. So then I realized, okay, I'm basically doing it all for nothing. Because I used to play as well competitive. You know, for those gamers also here, if you know the times of ESL, I used to have an account there. Maybe if you still look up Farouk FS, you will find it. There's also YouTube videos of me around. It's now unlisted. Maybe I should make it public again so you guys can see it. I would make montages of me playing games. I was just stuck at the same place every single day. And I was also at the same time, I was broke. I wouldn't say I was poor, I was broke. I mean, I'm born and raised in the Netherlands with Turkish roots. So I've never been poor, but I definitely was quite broke, living from paycheck to paycheck with my whole family. And then I was like, hey, maybe I should do something and find something that can actually help me in real life, because I'm gaining all these points in the game, but whenever I go outside, it's always the same shit and it never stops. And how am I actually going to live a life, even if I want to play games every single day, that it's not only I have to go to school and then after school finally I can play games, or when school is done I realized I need to have a full-time job in order as well for me myself to have my own home and to play games, because that's what I love doing the most, leveling up in those games. And then I realized, but even if I do go through the whole route, I'm quite miserable at school right now, and I love playing games, but I can only do it after school, or, you know, for example, after my side job, which I had. Because back in the days, I used to work as a pizza delivery guy. I worked at a doner kebab shop. I worked at the Burger King. They even fired me, by the way. That's a whole nother story. And I went through all these jobs. And then I figured to myself, what if there's something out in the world where I actually do kind of enjoy doing it, where nobody forces me to do it, but at the same time I can make money. That's when, later 2019, I stumbled into dropshipping around the age of 21. I'm 27 now, by the way. That literally changed everything for me. And even though if you go to TikTok, IG, you will see always gurus and people talking about how easy this whole business model is. I can already tell you up front, it's not easy at all. It's quite hard, actually. It is simple, I must say, but it's not easy. And then I figured out, what if I put all of these efforts that I put into playing these video games into a business? I already go to school, I already have a side job where I make 500 to 600 euros every single month, sometimes 1,000 euros. So I did that. And no, it's maybe a little bit simple to say, but 6 years later, look where I am. I'm living in this insane penthouse in Dubai. Every single day, I do what I want. I lost a lot of weight. I'm looking quite healthy right now, I must say. Still trying to be better, of course, every single day. And instead of me putting all those efforts every single day in this game, where I thought I would reach a point, or where I thought I would be very happy, life was only getting worse, because every single time I imagined myself getting better, I would compete against somebody else in the game who would always be better, because this person is even a greater geek than I am and plays full-time this whole game and probably has a fucked up life as well, even more fucked up than I had. And then I figured, how do these people look? You know, so I went online. This guy's beating me all the time in the game. He's top fragging all the time, you know, on the scoreboard, he's amazing. And they were 10 times more fat than me. Most of them had a really miserable life, no proper social life even, and they were always older than me. They were like either 10 years older than me or 10 years younger than me. And then I was like, do I want to go there? Is that the life that I want? Do I want that? No, of course not. You know, I don't want that shit. You want to be a cool guy. I even understood back then it's not all about money. I mean, yeah, money is really important. I work every single day to make money, also right now, but it's not everything. And then later, after reading the book of Navarro Raficante, named The Almanac of Navarro Raficante, I learned that the most important factors in life are wealth and happiness. But I compiled them myself into health, wealth, love, happiness, and status. So the goal for me is not at this point, that's where it started from playing video games. The goal isn't to become better at the video game, which is in a virtual world, but in the real world. And that's where I just rewired my whole brain. I'm so focused on playing games 10, 12, 14 hours a day. I'm becoming better every single day. But the scoreboard in real life, it's only getting worse. Like the moment I turn off my computer, I see my mom is tired, my dad is pissed on me because I'm playing video games. You know, sometimes he would shut off the internet because he would be pissed on me and my brother that we were still gaming. Back then I thought he was a prick, but now I thank God that he did that. Because he was just doing the right thing. He just wanted his sons to go to the path that will, like ultimately, where he knows will give them the most happiness in life, which is not in video games. And I don't think video games is a bad thing. Even a billionaire, Elon Musk, he plays video games to become more calm, but he's not doing that to suck up all his life. He's not seeing that as an escape of his life. Because that's why most people as well, they smoke weed, they drink, they do like on a consistent basis, or drugs, or you name it, because they want to escape from reality. That's why a lot of people as well sleep late and wake up also very late, because they don't want to face the reality that they're in right now, because they don't have a purpose. So yeah, they're just seeing that as a big escape of reality. That's just really pretty much it. And then also it came to my mind that like the universe works in a way where it gives you choices, and nobody forces you to do anything unless you allow them to force you to do anything. If you really think that the only way to live your life is to work under a company or have a boss in your life, that is a choice that you're making. Maybe in the first 6 months or a year, you just stop school, or like you graduated and you need a job to make money and you want to use this money to invest in your business. But after some while, a lot of people, they think they don't have a choice in their life, but they actually do. And for me, the most important choice is the one I took in 2019, when I looked around and I was, this is stuck here in this life. I'm going to university, I'm playing all these video games, I'm fat, I'm stuttering, but I see all these people online, even younger than me, absolutely crushing it. And instead of me becoming envious or whatever, I became inspired. And I also understood, if they can do it, why can't I do it? And the number one quote I've had in my life back then, which I still have to this day, is the question is not if, but when. Every single day, which I still have. And if you're a video gamer right now, I can tell you as well, like in all genuine, everything from straight from my heart, that the life you're living right now is way harder than the life I am living right now, in all honesty. Because what do you want? Do you want to have the pain every single day when you're gaming and you didn't end up in the end of the game as like the high scoring, person, whether it's in Call of Duty with the most kills or the highest KD, or whether you're playing FIFA and you crush the competition totally? Or do you want to live a life where you just level up every single day slowly, 1%, but you have all the benefits of life that you usually watch just on the screen, you get to experience it in real life? And I mean, the choice isn't even that hard. But most people, what I just noticed is they are just too scared to go into that. I mean, I've also been there. Really, I've also been there. Because I was also just like you. I would go to YouTube and then you see all these guys in private jets, living the most craziest life, and everything's so perfectly done and it all feels so natural. But I can just tell you, I'm also not a natural, even in this field. I wish I was. Everything would have been way easier then. But I also had to work on a lot of shit and go through a lot of pain in the whole process to come to this level. But now that I'm here, And I can just really tell you that literally this life is so much easier and less stressful than the one you're living right now, and it's so much better. And I'm putting the same effort, if not even the less effort I was while playing games. Because when you're playing games, it's a big mental game that you're playing. It's just it, everything is mentally. And all the mental efforts and mental capacity you put in playing the games to become good at just some pixels that you're seeing on your screen, like what even is the point of it? We all die one day. Do you want to die as a fucking loser? Or do you want to die as somebody that all the other people as well in your own neighborhood and your friends and family are as well very proud of? What do you want to be? Like every single person who does everything low-key, even if he's like a very rich person, nobody knows about it, each and every single person I've met in my life, they want to feel appreciated. They want to feel that their efforts that they put in and whatever they're working on so hard every single day, that it gets recognized. And you are the same. Why do you have your own name in your video game? You have your own name in your video game because the moment where you're having a very high score in a video game and people will recognize you, oh, it's that guy. Oh, it's him, you know? So you want to feel recognized for your work. And it just makes me very sad if I see it, that young gunners with like so much potential, they just throw their whole life away in this particular case. And of course the road is not gonna be perfect. I'm not gonna lie about that. And let me ask you, what is like the most amazing thing when you're a video gamer and finally get always these high scoreboards and people ask you, hey, how did you become so good? You just tell them, I put so many hours, I played against so many great people as well in the game, and there at some point I learned the strategies, I learned how they do it, I failed, they would beat me all the time, and now finally I get to beat them, and you get to tell other people who get inspired by you. That's an amazing feeling, right? I got the same feeling, but then like on steroids, on X100, but then in real life. When people ask me, Farouk, in 2019, nobody would bet an eye on you, nobody would even want to see you, they wouldn't invite you to all these nice places, they would go with their friends because I wasn't cool enough or whatever, or they wouldn't like me for whatever reason, and now suddenly they all talk about it, and if they see me, then everybody wants to have a long conversation with me because now they see, oh, looks like he was the guy all along, but now we just see it on social media. Now let me tell you, that's like 100 times better. Of course, some more cool things like me retiring my parents at the age of 23. So yeah, I started my dropshipping business in 2021, and then 2 years later I retired my parents. I moved to Dubai around 1.5 years after starting my business, and I literally, yeah, still to this day, I do whatever I want. I don't really need to make this video, but I just enjoy as well talking about my experiences in life and showing people what worked for me and what also could work for them. So you get to compare yourself. And when is the perfect time to start? The perfect time to start is right now. So yes, you're a video gamer right now. Yes, it's all been fucked up, but now it's the time to turn around all of this stuff. Turn around all of this stuff. I'm doing, for example, every single week, once or twice a week, I do a live stream where I just give out value about e-commerce, I give out value in mindset and how I go about life and what can help as well a lot of people in here. I would also recommend you to watch them. It could really potentially change your life. So that was it, from a young, fat, stutterer video gamer to becoming a millionaire here in only 6 years of time. So yeah, subscribe.